What's up, man? Hope you're having a blessed one, man. We back with another one, man. Right here, we got cooler hands. We got cooler heads. Academics and Brick, baby, have a one-on-one conversation about the Lil Durk arrest and cases. Right here, that's the title of the video we watching. But what I would like to call this one is "Who is Co-Conspirator Number 4?" Let's get into this one right here.
Phones. I'm calling Brick back.
And also, if you want to check out part 1 to this conversation, you can go over to my YouTube page at Ayo Chicho. It's at the top. It's the same as my Kick and my Twitch. Mike can see at the top is white. But Whack 100 was in the call and he added his little cheerleaders and the whole topic went off, but it was still good content. You want to check that out? Go up to my YouTube page. Get back to it.
I don't know if Brick want to be on it. Let me ask Brick if you want to, because I don't want to. I feel like that's shitty if I'm like ambushing him. I don't want to ambush him. So yo Brick, yo, you here?
Yeah, I hung up, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yo. Nah. I just sent it to the stream. Hold on. I'm gonna just put my other phone on. So this other, I'm adding my other phone. But yo, if you don't want me to add Whack, I'm not here to try to ambush you.
I just don't want to argue about that and keep on talking about myself to the point to where it's like, bro, I already told you that it didn't get found. It act like it didn't happen, bro. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, nigga, stop fucking talking about that shit. We here to talk about, nigga, did I tell or not? No, I did not tell. So I didn't tell. Why you worried about? All that shit is public record, just as much as it. If you got the right system, you'll be able to see if a motherfucker went to court, what date, and all that. I don't know. I go look it up, figure it out. I can show everything, no. But I'm not in the rush to prove myself to Whack, who got a whole lot of issues in the streets of not being too much of a trustworthy guy when it comes to the cops. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, he says that's a made up narrative, whatever. So I don't even chase that narrative. You don't see me running around talking about that shit as much as everybody else.
Yeah, no. I understand that angle too, because obviously he's gonna tie it to, well, if we're gonna talk about the Durk thing and co-conspirator 4. Part of his theory why he thinks you're a co-conspirator 4 is because you're in trouble with the feds and you got to give him something. So you basically help connect some dots, which that's his theory. Like, I'm not here to talk about, like, we don't got 35,000 people on here to talk about whatever case you got, like, respectfully. Hope you figure it out. We're not here to talk about it. We want to talk about things connected to the Durk situation.
That's what I thought we were talking about. Because, man, I ain't talking about nothing that got nothing to do with me. I know I'm always, they can't wait. As soon as that I do something fucked up, hey, if I fuck up on the stream, they got it, bro. If I fuck up in real life, they gonna fry me. So that's why I said, if they get that and they get some shit like that, they not gonna be able to hold on to it, bro. It don't exist, though. They've been digging. It don't exist.
Hey, I wanted to ask you this question. Do you know OTF Jam or no? I don't know how many people in OTF you knew.
I don't know OTF Jam.
You ever met? You never met him, right?
I never met him. What year he came home from jail?
So it looked like he came around like 2022, and then it appears that he got locked up in 2023. I've been doing research on him the whole day.
So is that when? So at what point did he tell the police he had worked in 2023?
So this is a funny thing. He's incarcerated now. You know how I know he's telling? Number one, the feds got a hold on him. I can't find him nowhere. They sent him to the gulag, which is exactly where 6ix9ine went when he started telling. Like, you can't, when someone's telling in the feds, you can't find him nowhere. Like, they're incarcerated, but you.
It's crazy because. Let's go to this. Go to my gram. OTF Jam on Instagram talking about something it ain't him. Bro, we don't want to see no movie or no Lil Tim. The hell? He's not even a rapper or nothing. What you gonna do, a documentary on how he killed Vaughn? What the fuck? Fuck what you think you know, I'm solid. This stuff coming from his real page. I can't find his real page, but this stuff coming from the real page. Look. Never snitch, truth gonna be told soon. I've been quiet about who my case was about for certain reasons, but it's already on public. You been snitching, that's why I got this case in Florida fucking with you. You act all tough, then call the police. I'm gonna keep it solid on the allegations made against me. But that's another thing too. Hey, did anyone notice? Jam name not in the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? We can't just throw niggas in there. Like, niggas telling us he snitch. Hey, I ain't want. Hey, it's him. Niggas said that he snitched, but where the paperwork at, bro? When the fuck we start going by what just a nigga say? Where that motherfucking paperwork at? Fuck that. I feel like Jam ate this meal up and got tired and didn't tell. He ate all that food, said take me back to my cell, fuck nigga. Would be nice, right? Hold on, what an Instagram at? I'm just going through a couple of these. Boom, the next one. Quando Rondo's all love, never no beef. I got no beef. All shit done dropped with me.
Can't find him.
That was coming from his real page, though.
You get what I'm saying? So what I'm doing is a
like
public
they
search.
Protective custody for real. Like
Yes.
You can't even see what prison they at.
Exactly.
Type shit.
And by the way, chat, I have some details. Trust me. You know me. I'm always tapping my DMs in. The OTF Jam, he is incarcerated. He reached out to somebody because he is apparently, I don't know if he's just snitching blindly. He don't have a lawyer. He's reached out to a few people for lawyers, but we realize he's incarcerated. I looked from the jail. He's made the phone call. I won't tell y'all, you know what I mean? Because also I don't want to get raided my damn self because I think he's under federal protection. I try to look at the jail, and this is verified.
What? If you listen, if you think about it, nigga, if you see it on the internet, just say it, nigga. It's out there already. What the fuck? Like, you hear it? If you'd have seen it on the internet, what you mean you're not trying to say it? Nigga, it's out there already, nigga. What the fuck?
Definitely call from a particular jail. He's not listed as an inmate. He's not listed as an inmate.
Wow.
He has an open case. He has an open gun case in Chicago, but he's not in Chicago. That's how you know the feds got him. He has an open case.
Wow.
He has an open gun case in Chicago that pretty much violated whatever he was out on because he came home after 12 years. But he's not in Chicago. The feds got him. I think they flipped him. But again, I'm still investigating. Investigating. I'm just looking around to see something's up here because I've never seen. Yo, and by the way, I don't got no special tools. Hey, if you get locked up for a gun in Milwaukee, whatever that county is, you could go to that county's website and see that person locked up because until they get a bond. This is a situation. He got a case in Illinois, Chicago, but he's somewhere else. And look like he's on the move, and the feds are moving him around, which at first I was like, maybe people are just blaming this OTF Jam guy, but it looks like he might be in the mix.
Where did they get the wire information from?
So that's not verified yet. It's not verified that there's somebody with a wire, right? Like it's thought that based on some of the things that are being said,
The series of events.
yeah. like for example, and by the way, like I have a slight theory that maybe OTF Jam, based on the timeline of him being arrested and him being free, in August 19th, 2022, when Lil Pop got murdered, he was free. He got caught and he got locked up in 2023. He might be co-conspirator too, which means he would be the shooter.
Hey. Co-conspirator too. Jam. That's what we think too. But it's still not confirmed. that co-conspirator 2 is Jam, but that's what we think.
Now that would make sense, but I don't know yet if he's the shooter. And here's the thing.
They named Diddy as co-conspirator too.
Who? No.
I thought it.
No.
I was reading it wrong then.
Yeah, Diddy. His last name is Wilson. By the way, I don't think he's telling, because if he's telling, Durk is completely done, because he's the middleman. He's like, to compare to Dolph's case, he's the Hernandez Govan, right? Where he tells them, yo, get the car here, get this, here the guns, go kill him. I'm gonna get y'all paid, but the money not coming from him. So he's the real allegedly. I'm going off just what is being reported in the what the feds are saying. So this is federal allegations. But
yeah, I doubt that. That's what I said. I don't even. This is the whole thing. It's detailed enough, but if it's all hearsay and they put the phones together with the hearsay, then that's a different thing. I don't know. I just feel like Durk wouldn't be having conversations about bounties and all that. Like, you know what I mean? The for hire shit is like crazy. You get what I'm saying? Like, what if they called in and was like, hey, we trying to get to LA on their own type time?
Well,
and Durk just booked it because he usually pay for their flights everywhere.
Hey, by the way, no. Hey, so this stream I should have titled different. This stream should have been called "How to Get Away with Murder," because whether Durk did it or not, or paid for it or not, I have the ultimate way how Durk gets out of this. How Durk beats this entire thing. Everything will be circumstantial. First of all, you know when he went to LA, so he went via private jet, he did a podcast that day. Hey, that's why I went to LA. I didn't go to LA for a nigga getting killed. I went for a podcast. I went to do business. I was promoting. So he has an alibi in that. And he has a reasonable hey, I didn't know, like, sometimes you might, now you're this big star, you got homeboys, but y'all might share the same beef, but you're not telling them every crime to do, every nigga to shoot.
Yeah,
he has a reasonable,
just like in Slime case.
Exactly. Now, here's the only thing that fucks him is if somebody says no. If somebody, they're gonna have to get on the stand and say, no, Durk told me this personally, or they were wearing a wire. But some of the info in the indictment, the feds aren't saying they got Durk on a text saying, like it's a Big Joke. Big Joke on recording saying 100,000 for Dolph. You know who says it? The shooter. And the shooter, like the shooter who told, I forgot his name, Smith, Cornelius Smith. Yeah, the one who told these Big Joke and Hernandez Govan came in and say, yo, I got 100,000 for Dolph, I got 50,000 for Key Glock, I got blah, blah, blah. So that's why they put Jook in there. So without the witnesses or without whoever who we think is co-conspirator 2, and this is where all the co-conspirators become important. So co-conspirator 3, we all assume is telling, but you have to think, like, you work in No Jumper. Think of co-conspirator 3. The way I look at it, it's like, I ain't trying to dox y'all employees, but like, it's like Laura. That's who do y'all booking, right? Laura, is that the person?
Yeah, Laura.
Okay, yeah. So she might book a bunch of things like, okay, so and so's coming, I'm gonna get this, but
that's what I was trying to tell. I feel like that was his assistant, and they gonna know that one of those dudes named in the indictment is his assistant. I feel like they are gonna get off lightly. I said that in one of my streams.
Hold on. Now here's the thing though. Hey, if the feds run down on the assistant's gonna give up the info saying, oh yeah, I did use this card, I did book this. But here's the thing. You book shit anyway, as long as you didn't tell the assistant, yo, I'm booking it for the murder. The assistant, of course, is gonna give up all the booking stuff, but you could then come back around and say, hey, they book for music videos, they book for, we go to LA all the time to meet with labels. Hey, this is a regular booking. This wasn't a booking for a murder.
Got the credit card, they doing all the travel deals.
Exactly. So
everywhere.
So here's the thing.
The credit card, so they can do that unbeknownst. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing.
So here's the thing that's important. We need the person who's gonna send Durk to jail is the witness who either talked to him where Durk is saying, man, yeah, I got 50 on his head or I got 100 on his head. If that witness doesn't show up for whatever reason, that case becomes weak because there's no text message that the government has shown so far where Durk is saying, yo, y'all kill that nigga yet? Ain't no text message that said, yo, that shit is done. Ain't no text message that say, yo, meet up with me to get paid. Ain't no text message that say, yo, y'all find him yet? Nothing. The only message that they show is, yo, don't book no flights under no name associated with me. Now, here's the thing. Or don't book nothing under anything associated with me. Now, here's the thing, which I think is an alibi. And you know this. When a lot of these rappers and high-profile motherfuckers go to a hotel, they will check it under a fake name because you don't want people knowing you're there.
No way. Exactly.
So that's the alibi there, I think. So the only thing that's gonna put Durk in jail to me is the motherfucker who's gonna say, no. That's not, it ain't no music shit. I talked to him on the phone or he got on a 3-way or he FaceTimed me and he told me, yo, I got 50 for you if you blow that nigga head off.
Exactly. And Zeus said it best. Zeus said it best. Why would they get paid to slide for their day one? If everybody is day ones, why do a check need to be involved with getting rid of King Von Mans? That's just off of GP. What type of stripes do you get off of getting paid for the shit? Nigga, you getting paid, you supposed to be doing that because you mad anyway.
Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. The reason why The Wire comes in is why you cleared yourself of being of co-conspirator 4, right?
Yeah.
November 6th, 2020. They're saying after King Von died, they're saying co-conspirator 1, which we know is Durk, used coded language to Wilson, Didi, co-conspirator 2, 4, and 5. Now, here's the thing about 4. 4 is supposed to be a non-OTF person, right? I
don't think they talking about a video, bro. Why do it seem like this in a video? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything they talk about sound like it's shit from vlogs and videos we watch.
Non-OTF person. But apparently he used coded language. Maybe they were in a group chat. Maybe it was whatever. But regardless of what that is, the mere fact that the feds know, that there was coded language, somebody probably was having a wire on. Or they were recording a conversation. That's where The Wire comes in. Because how the hell, if this is 2 years before Lil Pop gets killed, how the hell you know about the conversation planning to kill? Now, there's another option, which is
incarcerated.
Yeah. Well, now there's another option of, they were already investigating Durk and Von, and after the killing, them wiretaps came up with this, but we'll find out. But people think that co-conspirator 2, because co-conspirator 2 is not named, we haven't heard about him being arrested, and he keep being around all the hot conversations that could put niggas in jail, and niggas is in jail. And we don't know who this person is. So that's why we think co-conspirator 2 is not only the biggest snitch, but people think that's OTF Jam or maybe somebody of the sort. But here's my thing. If Durk, and by the way, chat, I'm not, I think this would probably be a federal crime. So you know me, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm not encouraging for nobody to get hurt. But if co-conspirator 2, for whatever reason, just fell off a cliff, I think this is a weak-ass case versus Durk. But co-conspirator 2 is going to be up there like 6ix9ine, feet up, eating fries, McDonald's, and he got a point.
They not putting co-conspirator. Co-conspirator 2 could be in jail because
I think he's in jail.
They feel like he got so much money that even if they put him somewhere else, that they still get with his program. So they probably just housing him in jail until the shit over with.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
He might be in like a halfway house program, but you know where he at, so I can't say where he might be because you just don't want to say where he at.
Well, that's if that's OTF Jam, right? But here's the thing.
Yeah.
co-conspirator, like, so chat. Remember I said I was gonna name the stream "How to Get Away with Murder for Hire." Well, if again, I'm not wishing nothing to happen to nobody, but if Durk, if for whatever reason co-conspirator 2 called COVID and was not able to show up for the trial, the case for the feds would be weakened because he's the person who's going to corroborate. I don't think Kevon Grant, which is OTF.
Cooperate. My boy said cooperate. Yo, what the fuck?
Vonnie, I don't think he's the guy. Because I don't think he's a guy. They don't know where the guns came from. Did it come from Miami on a private jet? Or did it come from some local niggas in LA? The mere fact that they don't know that, co-conspirator 4 didn't, not co-conspirator, I mean, Kevon Grant, who flew on the plane, who gave niggas the guns, because co-conspirator 2 said he got the gun from Kevon Grant. They don't know where the guns came from, so Kevon is not the snitch.
Wait, you said co-conspirators 2 said that they...
Co-conspirator 2 is a shooter. He got the gun put in his hand by some a nigga named Kevon Grant, OTF Vonnie. What I'm saying is that Kevon Grant ain't the snitch. He ain't fold because we don't know where the guns. Like, there's nothing that tells you how they got the guns, and he's the one with the guns. So he's solid. He's solid. The one that not solid is co-conspirator 2. He did the shooting, and clearly he was also involved in conversations to put Durk directly involved with this, and that's the only person in this case that I feel like if co-conspirator 2 wasn't here or could not show up to trial, I think Durk could take this to trial and possibly beat it. Now, obviously,
he's the only one. You make it sense like a motherfucker because he's the only one to every sentence.
Yeah, he's the one.
Every situation, he's there.
November 6th, 2020. He's in the conversation.
That might not be Jam, though, because Jam didn't touch down till 2022.
Ooh. Hey, you using your brain.
Yeah.
Now,
if I wasn't home, that means he definitely wasn't home.
Okay. So if OTF Jam... By the way, I agree. I don't think that OTF Jam is co-conspirator 2. I think he could be co-conspirator 5. Well, actually, no, 5 isn't the same thing. This OTF Jam thing, I'm going to be honest with you, might be... It's called like a... That's a send-off. I think that's a send-off. Now,
you think it's a send-off?
Yeah, now, is Jam snitching on some other shit? Probably. Right? Probably. But this situation right here, there's a few other names that I feel like we don't know. But whoever 2 is, trust me. And by the way, chat, it took me 4 hours to find. Now, his name is Casey Hester. Okay? Casey Hester, Chicago. If you Google that, you're going to see the mugshot. This is when he was locked up. This is 5, which is May 3rd, 2023. Charges is aggravated assault. I think this was a weapon charge, and there was also another warrant. So this is 2023, right? By the way, I looked in Chicago. Both cases are still open, but he's not in Chicago. So he was locked up in Chicago. We don't know about bail. I got somebody going. The weird thing with Cook County, it doesn't really give you all the access online. You got to have somebody go down to the court. They have kiosks that you could put some shit in. We're going to figure that out, but he's not, I know for a fact he's not in Illinois. I won't tell you exactly where he's at. It's interesting because where he's at, I looked up their list of inmates. He's not listed. That's odd. I remember when 6ix9ine was locked up and he called, that nigga was like, it was like he was calling from like Mars. You know what I mean? Like, he knew they just disappeared him off the map real quick. So,
yeah. They know how to play tricky when they need to. This the feds. This ain't the state. They give a fuck about their witness. They finna do everything to protect that witness.
Yeah. No, of course.
The only way that they even gonna get him slimed out is if they could get their hands on another rat that's over there that's pushing the code line.
Hey, I believe there's at least 4 or 5 people who are cooperating, and I believe there's at least 10 people who have taken proffers. For example, I don't believe. I mean, people might call co-conspirator 3 a rat, but I think that's a civilian. What I think they did to that person, all you got to do with a civilian, like if you catch a nigga like me, you don't got to do much. You just scare him. Be like, yo, we about to charge you with all this. Hell nah, nigga. I only book flights and I do this. Okay, give me your phone. Let me look through all that. Give me the login for blah blah blah, and we will do this as a proffer. We don't charge you, right? They already know that.
Or they came with enough info to get the grand jury to issue a fucking warrant of Durk's iCloud too, because somebody said something was retained from the iCloud. So that's the only way they was gonna be able to do that.
Oh yeah, no, they got onto Durk's iCloud later too. Yeah.
Okay.
They got Durk's number from this booker, but I think the booker is not charged because there's even though it said co-conspirator 3. This person, I don't believe that they believe that this guy was booking flights for murders. They thought there was just booking flights for Durk, but they scared him enough, did a proffer, got all the shit. They're gonna leave them as co-conspirator 3, but now they get into Durk shit. So now they got Durk. I don't think we're gonna see co-conspirator 3 at all because they're just an assistant. Co-conspirator 2, that's a shooter. We're gonna see.
Wait. I thought that co-conspirator 3 was the one that hopped on the jet and met them in LA too.
Okay, I'm gonna break everybody down for you real quick.
I see a lot of people was reading it wrong too. They was mixing co-conspirator 3 with Vonnie. I was kind of doing it first until I caught on.
And by the way, chat, we've gone over this a lot, but it's good for y'all to also remember this. I ain't gonna lie, this might be a little federal, but like it's not federal because I'm going off the indictment. It's like I'm doing extra shit. I got notes. Let me give you the rundown. Co-conspirator 1. This is before I knew it was Durk. That was the boss. He puts bounties on people's heads, so he puts the hits out. Now we find out it's Durk. Okay. Co-conspirator 2. By the way, the chat, let me put this on the screen that y'all can see it. Remember, I took notes while we were going through all this shit. It's notes from the indictment because here's the thing.
No, I know. No. All from information.
Like, and his name ain't mentioned at all. By the time he gets to Cali, his lawyers are gonna say this. Yo, y'all indicted those other 5 guys. Y'all gave a complaint. The difference between a federal complaint is that you have a federal agent, one federal agent that wrote up something that he believes that the judge signed off on. That's not as strong as a grand jury indictment. A grand jury means that usually in most places, or if it's state, like, I know for here, it's 23 people. They're going to vote, and they need 12. So they need majority rules. 12 people to say there's probable cause that they could issue an indictment. So at least you get a jury of your own peers or a grand jury. With a complaint, it means that's a singular cop that did it. You know why they did it for Durk? They felt Durk was going to run to Italy. So essentially, the reason why they arrested him before he ran, they do have an indictment that they're trying to run through the grand jury, but it's not ready yet. And
yeah,
they didn't think he was going to run when these niggas got locked up because he was going to be a part of the superseded indictment. But once they seen he was trying to run, they said, fuck it, we got to lock him up.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me go down the list. So, co-conspirator 1, that's the boss. That's Durk. Co-conspirator 2, this is going to be interesting because he did the slotting. Yo, I ain't going to lie to you, in the history of, like, looking at some of these cases and whatever the case is, when I seen the Young Dolph situation that the shooter who fired the first shot was snitching, it didn't make sense to me. That's the nigga who's probably the biggest reason why Dolph is dead. He ran up with a mini Draco. He ran up with a Draco and he shot first at Dolph and he snitched on the other nigga who ran up with a Glock. What? How does the guy who fired the first bullet snitch on the other guy?
Because the one that get the most intel is the one that's gonna get the more time off.
Bingo. So, of all the three shooters, the shooters are Jones, Lindsay, and co-conspirator 2. And we've heard nothing. We don't know the co-conspirator 2's name, and we don't know if he's in custody. That's odd. Hey, we get it, murder for hire, but how y'all gonna lock up 5 people and one of the 3 shooters is still free and y'all won't name his name? That sounds like somebody doing some shit, right?
Yeah.
That's why I think co-conspirator 2 is telling. Then co-conspirator 3, I think that's an assistant. They got an OTF credit card. They spend on flights, travel, rental car, and it don't know that it doesn't seem apparent that Durk is saying, yo, book this flight for these people because they're gonna go kill Quando. It doesn't look like that. It feels like it's a regular flight booker. Yo, we going to LA. I need my guys there. Get their info and book their flights.
Don't put nothing under mine.
Yeah, just don't put it under mine. Hey, you might take. I'm pretty sure that's a conversation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a conversation they've had before. So I don't think that person's in on it. Now, co-conspirator 4, who they thought you were, that nigga got the drop. They got the drop on Quando's hotel. Now, I think it's local to LA, but you just pointed out something very important. And chat, we got to look at this. Who was Durk hanging around with right after November 6th? So right after Vaughn got killed, if co-conspirator 4 was...
It was somebody, because look, if we go back to Death Ain't Easy, we ain't gonna play the whole song, but no, let's go to the lyrics. At the beginning of Death Ain't Easy, that's when Vaughn died. That take came out right when Vaughn died. Death Ain't Easy. They was spending time in LA. Listen to the beginning of the song. A nigga was like, King Von, alright, cause he really a hoe. Like, he really like, they probably told him, like, when we came in, he got up out of there when we was in Cali and shit. We came and then he tried to shake my hand with love. Like, that's the second I told him another time. Told him we about to get on his ass. Have him ducking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they been in Cali. They been tapped in Cali. But who with who though? You know what I'm saying? It's somebody from Cali. That person not from is not a person from Chicago. It's a person from California. But it's like, is it Brick Baby? Is it somebody Brick Baby know? Who, man? Co-conspirator 2 for sure from California. They're a gang member for sure.
Close enough that he's hitting them with coded language about sliding on Quando. That person was around since then. That's 4 years ago. And around till now, damn near, we would imagine. But they're not from OTF. That's what we know. They're called an OTF affiliate. So that's the person. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out in court who it is. I personally think, Brick. I think you know who that is. You don't gotta tell me.
Keep on going with your stream, right?
Okay, all right. Now, so we're at all right. We get past co-conspirator 4, then we get to co-conspirator 5. It don't really say much about co-conspirator 5 other than co-conspirator 5 is the one.
Okay, Brick ain't really answering shit. They just going over the whole thing again type shit. He going with he was locked up, and we still gonna keep running this, but you know what I'm saying? He ain't really talking about nothing.
Who's implicated in asking co-conspirator 2 to go to Southern California. It don't really say too much about co-conspirator 5, which that's the odd part. Now, let me go into the people who are named. Like OTF Didi, his name is Wilson. He's the one who supposedly recruited. He recruited Lindsey Jones Houston. Houston is the guy who drove. So the car that pulled up where they killed like the guys hopped out and they killed Pop. there was a driver who stayed in the car. So there was 4 people in the car. The guy who didn't hop out and shoot was a driver. His name is Houston. But everybody in that car was recruited by OTF Didi, according to the feds. And yeah, I said top target, co-conspirator 1, the big dog, which is Durk. Clearly,
And see,
go ahead.
So with them knowing that, I feel like the wire wasn't worn. If there was a wire, it wasn't worn during the drill. I feel like the driver, the informant who was wearing the wire waited until they was having these.
Chat, it's a little bit better that I just got Bricc by himself, right?
My boys is going through. I'm just saying that for the record, because everybody, they like to slander Bricc.
No.
He teamed up with Act to take down OTF. That's the new fucking narrative.
No. But also, like, I think I've been pretty honest and upfront, even with you.
Bricc baby not eliminated. It could still be Bricc. Because, like, think about it on the real nigga point of view. Why wouldn't you just come here and talk about yourself? Like, fuck trying to break down and find out who other names is with Act and who or why you through family conversations. Just be like, let's keep this about me, bro. I ain't got enough knowledge to speak on these other guys, man. Let's just talk about your reasons on thinking it. Co-conspirator 2 is me. Co-conspirator 4 is me. You know what I'm saying? Bricc doing too much. He said he don't want to say he a gangster shit. I'm going by off his statue on who he said he is.
First saw you on No Jumper, I thought you were a horrible podcaster. Why? I thought you were too high. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just thought you were too high. Over time, I think, because we all, like, everybody know I drink, right? Like, and whatever you do is whatever you do. I think you learn to control it at a level that you could add valuable insight, because podcasting is all about conveying thoughts. And now you're, like, way better than you were before, right? And a lot of times when I hear you talk, I'm like, okay, he's giving, like, the opinion of, like, a street dude and how it would normally go down the street. Which that's very, because I like that, because I don't think like you. Like, I'm never gonna think like you. You get what I'm saying? So when I hear you something like, when you're like, well, like, this is the best thing I like what you do on No Jumper. You're like, well, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes it do go down like this, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, that do make sense, right? And what you just pointed out to me is actually, like, it just made me think. Why would a nigga wearing a wire go do the hit? Right? So if he was wearing a wire before the hit, why would he go do the hit? Like, that sounds crazy. If you're wearing a wire, you're trying to wear the wire to get out of some shit, why go do the hit with the wire?
If you got the wire on during the hit, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
The feds can't let somebody working take part in taking somebody's life, and they know it's about to happen, and they don't stop it just to build a case.
Yeah.
You know what type of lawsuit that family got on their hands? Like,
that's a fact. I agree with you.
If they let him knock somebody off, that means, and then they don't do nothing about it, they come back years later and then charge him, like, oh, man.
No. Yeah, no, I agree with you. And this is why I'm open to, we're going to find out much more later. Right now, the internet is jumping to the most likely conclusions. This is why they're saying, oh, Bricc is co-conspirator 4 and this and third. Hey, I'm not saying Jam might be into some shit, but what we should really think about is that maybe co-conspirator 2 is not him, and maybe co-conspirator 2 is some other person. We got to think outside the box. We're going to find out a lot of shit.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. What's coming, they already got who they. Whenever they come and drop the gavel on whatever they got going on, you know what I mean? They'll all see what's going on. Everybody will see what's going on. You know what I mean? And I don't know too much. Like, I know everybody wants me to know a lot, but that's why I got online, and anybody from OTF will vouch. me and my brother ain't been around each other like that, like recently. Like we'll talk from time to time, send love out, what up, bro? Are you good? Do be straight. You know what I mean? He always checking in and straight. You know me, I ain't gonna keep asking for no handout or nothing like that. But I know what he mean by if you straight. He just probably see me going through some shit or whatever. Like you straight, like I'm straight, but you know I'm gonna get it together. You know what I mean? Like I'm known to get it together. So
And by the way,
like that,
when's the last time you talked to Durk?
Like last month.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't wanna reveal no DMs and
you don't got to.
But but probably like last month we got into a butthurt argument. Me being butthurt, feeling like he checking on me and shit. And he just told me he been with the family, with his girl and shit. Ain't nothing personal. Because he had been to LA a couple times without calling me, but maybe he knew something I didn't know. I don't know.
So I can't remember when I did an interview with him, but there was a part of me, like, you know, after the interview, I remember he was talking a lot about not only therapy, which I was a little bit shocked by, but he was also talking about religion. This is before we see a lot of the obvious, you know, some of the religious, you know, rituals that he was doing. What I kind of noticed, though, he was kind of backing up off a lot of people, and I don't know why, right? Like, if you ask me, I was thinking that, you know, man, he realized he had to let go of some of that shit to really escalate. And, you know, I think, for me, in my opinion, I could be wrong, once the whole thing with, you know, people were saying Slav Havon, once he felt at peace with that, he ain't need to keep having these fictional beefs, because everybody who he really got into it with or he had a problem with, he handled that. And I felt like he was just saying, bro, I'm moving to a different direction. Also, his father coming home. So that's why I feel like he was staying away from
his father coming home had a lot to do with his online presence after that. Like, if nobody was going to get through to him, it was going to be his father. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if anybody was going to slow him down, it has something to do with him telling him he already lost one son and you need to figure out a way to get it back together, because when I left the streets, the GDs and the BDs was under the same umbrella. Now we beefing. I feel like it went something like that.
Yeah. Wow. Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, when his dad left, now you got me feeling weird, because the little niggas from where I'm from, they see me with you like, damn, your son, shit, he been dissing the set the whole time you been gone, man.
Damn.
You know? So I feel like, and then Tay coming home on the positive vibe with the Muslims, and the way Tay was probably putting it down before he left, I feel like everybody just got in line with Tay. And J Mane just happened to be one of the people that Tay was willing to forgive, because J Mane ain't never did nothing to Tay.
Yeah.
It's vice versa. It's up to Tay to, you know what I'm saying? It's up to J Mane to forgive. It ain't really on Tay. He already issued out his blow, allegedly. You know what I mean? When they be talking, whenever he be hinting to whatever problems they had in the past.
And let me ask you this question. And you know, I've talked to Durk. You know, Durk usually checks up on me. The first time I met him was during the interview. I'm not gonna say I'm like super close to him, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think because I've covered him for so long, when he got locked up, man, I kind of felt the way, man. I kind of felt a little hurt. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm a civilian. I'm not in that life, but like, I really fuck with Durk and I like him. What did you feel?
You talking about Tay Savage?
I know you was on the stream where you were kind of like processing, but like even after the stream and kind of now you're seeing everything online. What are you feeling just kind of watching that?
Man, I had just posted probably 2 days before that, probably on his birthday, us playing basketball.
What's his name right here?
I used to have a basketball court in the living room. We used to always play one-on-one and shoot around when he had the low haircut. I just was like, I just see you go from rags to riches. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know it hurt. Like, it's like when I see Slime go down, like, damn, I see you at one of your lowest. Probably not your lowest, but one of your lowest moments. I definitely was like, riding it out with you. You know what I'm saying? We both was going through some shit together and came up. You know what I'm saying? So I to see him just wiped off the streets over allegedly trying to settle a score for somebody. How that situation went down, me not being from the hood, I just be like, damn. I wish somebody could see and just take it as an L, like, damn. The homie punched the nigga and his homie popped the nigga, like, you know what I mean? Like, but when you coming from where we come from, like the concrete jungle, you can't really let that go. It was bloodshed. So if it is true, you know what I mean? Like, if all this shit is true, then I just hate to see my homeboy played off the streets like that. You know what I'm saying? Because really, at the end of the day, it all goes back to looking out, going back to the community and looking out for the community. How it backfires on you, like Nipsey Hussle. How it backfires on you, like so many stories that we can point back to when everybody goes back and lends a helping hand to the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Do you think when you think about the totality of it, do you let's we're gonna assume for devil's advocate purposes is what people think it is. Oh, Dirk might have been involved in some shit, but he was sliding for his mans. Do you look at that as stupid, or you being from the streets, you're like,
Before Brick Baby answer that, I'm gonna answer that. I look and if you would also, man, y'all could comment down in the comment section. Y'all answer it yourself. What you think about that question? Um, I look at it like it's stupid only if he was entertaining, which is that's what it seemed like he was doing, entertainment the fans and shit. When you gonna slide for why was that getting to him? But it ain't stupid because you heard what Vaughn said before when he died, niggas I forgot how the line went. But like you gotta think about it. Like I said on one of my other videos, um, sometimes the shit you was doing before all this, it matter more than all that. Like, and put it in a better perspective. Like, he was a gang member before a father. He was a gang member before this music shit. Like, sometimes the shit you was sworn in before, everything else that happened after don't matter and it sucks. Like he was really like tied in with that shit. Like, and that's the harsh part about it because really like them type of dudes, the life they be living, the shit that come after that gang shit, it don't come first. Like, and it sucks. Cause you got family, you got and you could say it's a lie, you could say it's true, but if his family did matter, if his kids did matter, if his career did matter, he wouldn't have did that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's the crazy part about being in the gang and being in the street and really like being from the street. Like you could say you from the street, but these niggas was really in the street. And it sucks to get played off the goddamn street, man. So like again, like I said, if you got a opinion or if you want to give your question, I mean answer to that question, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about that.
I know the pressure, bro. I know the pressure after to make them decisions. It ain't easy. You get what I'm saying? Like
And that's my bad for pausing again. That's another thing. Nobody owe you loyalty, bro. And it's a man eat man world out this bitch. Like, bro, it's so much I can say about this situation. They say like, well, Dirk, why you do this? But I understand why he did it. But it's like, fuck, bro.
like anytime that you get an opening, now he let that shit go. Let's say he let that shit go. And the devil knocked on his door one morning like, boy, I know where he at. He only had so much time to react. If it's true, he only had so much time. Should I give him a pass or no? Shit, nigga, the first time you didn't heard, you know where he at. And it ain't no show, it ain't no 100 people around, it ain't no, you know what I mean?
Hey, that's like a gut check time, right? Where like people probably looking at you to see if like you are who you probably says you are.
Exactly. Like, nigga, do you sit or do you stand when you piss, nigga? Like in the streets, like as a man, you look at it different. But in the streets, I know how we looking at it. But like as a civilian and a man, it's like shit. You know what I mean? You wouldn't let that shit go a little bit. You know what I mean?
Do you believe that also? Like, you see, Dirk had, Dirk had some of the lyrics that people love. Be like, yo, if you can't get the main nigga, you better get his man's or whatever it is. You get what I mean? And Dirk basically, now he talked that talk pretty good. Do you believe that there's a possibility that maybe, like, man, that's even more pressure because everybody around you is like, nigga, we know what you rap about. This gonna be if we know what you stand about, and how could you say no, and can you say no? Basically saying, yo, bro, I'm in a position I can't do that right now. How does that work?
That's what I'm like. I mean, of course he did not.
And that's stem off what I said. Like sometimes the shit that come after that gang shit don't matter to them guys, man.
Do it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't do it, but I can see.
We're trying to extrapolate off of Dirk.
I can see myself facing that same situation.
What would you do?
Myself facing that same situation and having to make a hard decision, bro. And I don't know if I would have made the right decision, knowing. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I would have made the right decision, the same decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's just like the hurt. That, like, you got to think somebody's scoring if it's true.
Mm.
But I feel like he was, hopefully that they got him fucked up and it wasn't no wiretap or nothing. And they just, like, you know what I mean? Putting his name in the middle of that shit. And you know what I mean?
I think the Feds is a scary, scary place. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a thought of mine. There's a thought of mine that says when the Feds unseal this indictment, they're gonna have every attempt on Quando Rondo's life, which there was supposedly like 3 or 4 before. They might have they might have FBG Cash. They might have other situations. They might bring that
Crump, one of the main ones. Like I'm trying to get to this because he the main type of videos I want to try to get into real quick, man. But that Crump shit crazy. I want to do like a little recap to refreshing a couple people brains on that situation. And also, I don't know if his killer been found or not. So we gonna see before we even get into videos. But that's just one of the topics of possible charges that could be added if it was a wire warrant.
That Atlanta joint back that he was co-defendants with Vaughn.
Wait, this is the indictment still?
You got to remember, they gave a complaint. The complaint is more to lock him up. The complaint doesn't have the info on what they believe Dirk did. Right? Like it says certain shit, but
you're right. Because that paperwork, I never been to the Fed, so I just didn't know they format of how they do paperwork. Because I was looking for like the statements and the interrogations and all that.
So the indictment
that was just the warrant.
Yeah, so the indictment has it. So once again, I'll tell y'all what the easiest way for me to explain to you is this, right? Yo, if you driving right now in Cali, they pull you over. I don't know if we isn't illegal, but say whatever. They look in the back seat, they see something that resembles a gun, right? Weapons are pretty much illegal. Say they run your file, they know you don't got no concealed carry. They're gonna say, I got probable cause to go search the car, or even say they know something is up and they bring a dog sniffer to sniff the car. They feel like something's there,
the weed.
Right?
Yeah.
And let's say it's coke. All right, now they search the car. There's coke there. That's a heavy charge. They don't need to grand jury you. What happens is that how you get charged is that cop does a complaint, and that complaint gets picked up by the DA as a felony. They go beyond. They actually skip the grand jury. Now for things like murder and stuff like that, even if there's a complaint, they'll lock you up. But just to cross their T's and dot their I's, they'll send it back to a grand jury or have a grand jury do it. But for regular shit with cops, not in federal court, a cop doing a complaint is how you get arrested for 95% of the things.
Yeah.
In federal court don't have a bunch of DEA. Like, if you running around and you met like a DEA agent, a FBI agent, you're doing something wrong. You're not gonna see these people. Like, they don't have even the resources just to be at every stop sign or on every road. So what they do is,
go ahead.
yeah. So what they do is they do investigations, and when they do investigations, they bring it to a grand jury without you even knowing. So the majority of how federally you get indicted is through a grand jury. The reason why they locked up Durk through a complaint, which usually some state shit, or like how states do it, where a cop pulls you over and he smells some stuff or he sees something and then he locks you up. The reason why the feds did it is because they thought Durk was gonna run. So the mere fact they locked him up is because they know they're cooking up a grand jury indictment, and that indictment, I think, it's not only going to have this murder for hire, it's going to be a superseding indictment. It might be racketeering, or it might have other murders and other attempted murders. And that's going to be the big bang. So, like, in a week or 2 weeks from now, I don't know how long it's going to take for him to get to Cali. When that indictment is unsealed, we're going to see some shit we've never seen before. They're going to link him to shit. Trust me, that's going to be the big one. Because right now, this was just to get him locked up. They didn't tell everything they really think he did.
Is Mama Duck satisfied?
Man. Well,
I mean, I know she's satisfied now.
what do you think about her?
I just feel like she played both sides. I just feel like she come for the streets, and then when her family got involved with being slain and being the victim or whatever, she started playing more victim. I don't think that she was preaching to her kids to leave the streets alone when they was in the streets due to the stories that she got of them.
My bad. I'm over here texting my girl. My fault.
I completely get that point. And I heard you talk about this on No Jumper, and I wish I was there to debate it, because this is the angle I will come at. I agree with you that she's someone who embraced the streets, and now she going the route of filing a lawsuit seems to be very hypocritical. But my argument would be that the streets have no rules, and this isn't something where it says to the victor goes the spoil. So
yeah, no, for sure. That's why I said you can't tell her how to mourn. I'm just saying she should have been on that. She probably could have saved their life if she would have been preaching.
Oh no, of course. No, she lacks accountability for allowing an environment and also kind of ignoring the behavior. Yeah, ignoring the behavior or even gassing it up that got her kids killed. That's a fact. But
let 8 gang members kick it at your house all day, nigga, and load they straps up, smoke weed, sell weed, and all that shit. That shit is, nigga, and not saying nothing about it is damn near, nigga. You know what I mean? You probably smoking a blunt with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Them your boys. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't looking at it like that, but you are contributing to what's going on.
No, of course. Hey,
as a parent.
So as we were talking about how we think Durk should get out of this, and by the way, chat, we're gonna get to this tonight too. I did a review of, people say allegedly Vaughn had 7 bodies, and I'm flabbergasted because I'm like, how could somebody beat or not get convicted for 7 murders? And what you're gonna realize is that the majority of cases with Vaughn, why he didn't get locked up at those times, people didn't testify against him. There weren't people wearing wires. There weren't people pointing them out. Obviously, in the Durk case, this is. And I looked at it to say, either Vaughn was smart enough to make sure there was no witnesses, or maybe just by the natural order of things there wasn't. But I'm like, could Durk have that same luck where the witnesses stop witnessing?
Yeah, when they get on the stand, they might. I mean, if it's some real niggas, they might have that self check when they look in the mirror, like, damn, I gotta walk with this forever. I gotta try to clear it up. I don't know. If they got a piece of real nigga in them, they gonna try to retract their statements.
Do you think the time has changed? We see people like Woody. We see other people like. I don't know if it's a scar. I don't think it's the most shameful thing anymore to be a snitch. Do you think so?
Nah. But this is the thing. Out here, they got snitch gangs in the prisons. They got all this stuff where they against people that go with the code. So it's like it's changed. There's more protective custody yards in California than there is general population yards. You can look it up.
Really?
Yes.
By the way, someone like you who've been incarcerated before, I seen Charleston White say this, so I'm gonna repeat it to you, and hopefully you can give me some clarity. He said, "Listen, Lil Durk is a BD. He's heading towards California, where he's gonna be incarcerated, probably in a holding facility, but it could be at a part of a wing of maybe LA County Jail. Who knows? I don't know where the holding facility for federal inmates are."
No, they got MDC, they got their own holding facility.
Okay, now here's the point though. People have notoriously said that the thing with LA is about Bloods and Crips. It's about gangs, right? When you have somebody who's like a BD, a Black Disciple, who comes in, does Durk have anything to worry about, when he gets into that incarceration penal system and jail
Tato was in LA County with us.
Tato, okay.
Tato was in LA County with us. He was in general population with the Crips and the Bloods. We just, tell them our program and how it's ran out here. Shit, you gonna be considered a non-affiliate on this side of town. You know what I mean? Like shit. You know what I mean?
A non-affiliate?
You got a couple. Well, in LA, you're not gonna be like when the phase is issued. Who the hell is he gonna fight? Like we don't beef with him, so it's like. You kind of not affiliated with our gang politics. Like we ain't gonna treat you like we don't treat non-affiliates like, you know what I mean?
Wait. So BDs don't have a presence in Cali at all?
Nah.
Really?
Well, it is, but it'll be. Well, we wouldn't look at them as a non-affiliate. You a gangbanger from over there, but like y'all don't beef with Bloods or Crips, so you don't fall into our politics. So when we politicking, like unless it's on some Black against Mexican shit, we really not gonna have you in the huddle when it comes to gangbang.
Wow.
Oh, you get what I'm saying? Like you got that.
Act crazy, bro, nigga. I'm when I went to jail, I was a non-affiliate. I'm not affiliated with nothing. Like, of course they not gonna add him into it. Come on, so he gonna get locked up and he gotta choose if he gonna be with the Crips or Bloods. Like, come on, it don't work like that, bro. Use your fucking brain, nigga.
Fast. You don't gotta do no fighting. You ain't gotta do no nothing. All you gotta do is go do your time and stay out the way, man. You can come kick it with us. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you kick it with, you kick it with. That's different. But like all that other shit, we ain't really looking at it like that. Like
he gonna say really
with us, thugging. It ain't like he had to fight our enemies and nothing like that. He just was with us.
Hey, all right, cool. I do want to ask you slightly a personal question. You, somebody who come from the streets, I feel like podcasting have helped you. I think Adam has put you in a great position. I think No Jumper's helped you, and you've helped yourself. Has there been moments where I think I had said this to you? I called in to Flacco when y'all were doing a news stream, and I said,
I can't wait to put the Christmas decorations up, man. We're gonna do some Christmas shit in the background this year.
For you to crash out, yourself in a position where doing a podcast isn't the thing anymore. How close have you ever got to that?
Well, this is the thing. Learning from every mistake that I've made, I've never really. After that moment is up and you go back to the house and clear your head and say you just got tricked into some internet shit, I think the next day and the days after that, it's like I'm not beefing with them. They don't even have a presence in my life. These people are on the internet. I had a debate or whatever, disagreement with somebody. I got real ops in the streets. So they'd be like, you really mad? Go get your get back for what you got to go get your get back for if that's what you going to do. Don't waste your time with this shit.
That makes
And
sense.
it levels you back to you wasn't looking for your ops the day before that. You get what I'm saying? They don't got nothing to do with this drama. Go on ahead, walk straight, and try to get your money. I done fucked up too many times, and I'm watching people fuck up in real time. So it's like, for me to join the wave of jumping in some shit that could get me a RICO or get me wiped off the streets forever when it's a trend of getting people in our genre off the streets right now, I don't think I'm not gonna play into that narrative ever. But it has been times where it's been like, okay, this ain't no street shit, Brick. This ain't me, and I'm telling myself that back to back.
The
You know
Kill
what I mean?
Squad moment, you were ready to crash out.
Yeah. Definitely, 100%. That was the wake up call.
Do you regret?
He do give a better insight of how he can't be him. You know what I'm saying? But how y'all feel, man? Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Hope y'all have a blessed one. See y'all on the next video.